Welcome back to Bits by the Numbers. I'm FM Tahiti. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for watching along with these videos. Hopefully you'll enjoy this episode as we've got a semi-final to play. Probably just have the semi-final in this episode, to be honest, because I do like a good cup match. In terms of what we've been doing since the last video, if we look at the schedule, I think the last match we played on camera being the Ballyclare match, I think, where we won 2-0. We tweaked our tactics a little bit, so we've gone slightly narrower to try and create more chances in the middle, in the sort of centre where you've got a better conversion rate according to sort of expected goals or XG. And we've kept that going, so we then lost 3-0 against my other part, so that didn't go well. Then we beat Isle of Magee in the quarter-final of the Steel's Cup, Steel and Sons, also known as the Steel Cup. We beat Banbridge Rangers 2-0 in the Intermediate Cup first round. There's lots of cups in Northern Ireland, depending on where your team's based. Armagh, we drew 1-1 with. So the performance hasn't been terrible with the slightly tweaked factor. We've got a reasonable amount of goals still from this. And not too many conceded, apart from this one kind of freak match. But now we've got the semi-final against Bangor. Bangor beat us 2-1. So the match had 2 red cards in a last-minute set-piece goal. So it'll be interesting to see how we do against them. Finance-wise, I think we're doing alright. So we've saved a tiny little bit more money as well on the wage budget because we got rid of a couple of other players who were moaning about their these players. There are a few other players who were moaning about their play time. So Ryan Smith isn't up to much, to be honest. Chris Hansen both got released because they weren't playing, and they've been promised a lot more than that. So I just wanted to keep the kind of sort of the squad dynamics to happiness. That's the thing. I wanted to keep that good. I didn't want too many unhappy players at the club. I think the only unhappy player I've got left at the moment is there we are, Jordan Tate. So I promised him he'd start more games because he looks okay. He can finish, and he has played since that promise. 4 appearances, so 2 cup, 2 league, and he's managed to get 1 goal, 1 assist. Nothing particularly spectacular from him, but I'm going to give him a couple more chances when he's back from injury, just to knock in the last match. And if he performs well, then into the team he goes. He'll get more chances. If he doesn't perform that well, then I'll get rid of him. So I've got a youth striker who could take his place without moaning, but he's not going to play in this next match just because he is not particularly fit yet. Finance-wise, I mentioned before, balance is creeping down and down. We're not going to be able to arrest that. We do get some prize money for winning games. So if we win a league match, we get £45. If we draw it, we get £15. Probably not going to put a dent in this kind of loss per month, but you know, it's something. Some pizza for the players, potentially. So we're going to play this match, and then when I come back, I'll play 1 or 2 more league games so that we end up kind of in the middle of the league in terms of the amount of fixtures. So it's a 22 game season in the league anyway, ignoring the cup. We get to 11 games, reassess the tactic, have a look at the XG again, have a look at the squad views that we've got with all these kind of extra bits and pieces in here, make a few more judgments, see if we need to give anyone some more time, that kind of thing. But that'll be in a couple of games' time. This episode, we're just going to play the cup match. If he warms up, if he lets me. So we've got Duff and Hughes up front. Hughes has got 9 goals and 15 appearances, so he's doing alright. Duff has only got 2 and 2 assists in 11, but he has sat out the past few matches whilst I've been giving Tate a go. Warwick, Lynch, Hines and Lamb. Lamb's been doing pretty well. Good performer. And then Mullihan, Mitchell, McCall and Hawaii Eho. Jamil. And apparently Darren Gibbons doesn't get his name on here. That's an interface error, but Darren Gibbons is going to be there as well. I think it's probably because the text is blurred into the background because he's wearing a white kit. So the Bangor Fuels Arena. They've beaten us before, but I think they're below us in the league table, in the same division. I didn't listen to any of that. Front foot. Swiss Army knife, yeah. So we had a few news items I've not had before about players' training levels. So apparently my keeper's not been training particularly well. I was asked whether he was going to get to play. I said he's going to play. I got asked about Jamil, the right back, about whether he fit into the system. Oh, crap. So I was going to say, I got asked whether he fits in the system, whether he's a good choice to start against Bangor, and I said he will be instrumental. And look at this. I don't know who got that wrong. Like, who was more to blame than the other? Was that Jamil for giving an awkward pass back, or was that Gibbons' fault for just walking past it? That's not the kind of start we wanted. I really want to get into the final. Duff straight at the wall. That's a bit of a sucker punch, that start, isn't it? Yeah, I really want to get into the final. It's a kind of tin pot trophy. The board don't even care about it. Go forward. Lamb back in. Let's go long, one of you. Go on, Lamb, get past him. See, it's all coming to nothing when they do those little passes. Just go long. Come on, Lynch, you do something, some magic from one of you. Warwick and Lynch have been linking it pretty well. Or Hughes, almost. Yeah, it's a bit of a tin pot trophy, the Steels and Sun Cup. So apparently the cup was donated years and, well, a century ago or more by jewellery company Steels and Sons in Belfast. Bit of history for you there. And the final used to rotate around different locations, but now it's played at the Crusaders' home ground traditionally. A Seaview or Solitude, I can't remember which one it is. But it's not one our board care about, and we're a newly promoted team, so it's not even important enough for us rep-wise. But I'd like it. You don't know where this kind of beta save is going to go. I want to stick with Belfast Celtic and build them up if I can, but things go horribly wrong. It's always nice to have a trophy under your belt to prove that you can win stuff. And across the field, come on, Warwick. Oh, missed. Come on, Lamb, save it, do something. Just bouncing around, we're not getting that last kind of touch on it. Jamil. See, if you ignore that horrible own goal, I don't think Jamil's been playing badly. That was never going in. 7 shots there, 5. Oh, Warwick's injured. Everyone's going to move one down. So Lynch is going to go over to the left. Mitchell will come in the box to box. It's a bit of a blur. Warwick's pretty good. Oh, Mitchell, go along. See what Lynch can do on the wing. Maybe that's what we needed. Target man really doesn't want to take a shot, does he? He's on support. Maybe I should just change into attack. Fair, he wasn't in a position where he had a clear shot or anything, so a pass was kind of sensible. Come on, stop him. Turn this into our highlight. Go on. Okay. New by cues. Nice. Interesting. Had one more man over. He could have given that to Lynch a bit closer. I don't think we're playing badly. I don't think we are. I think losing 1-0 is obviously massively unfair. But I'll fire him up anyway. Lamb's getting a bit tired, so McManus can come on at some point. I think Duff might come off at some point for Arbuthnot. Saying his name horribly wrong, aren't I? Go on, Lamb. Tiny winger. Interesting shot by Lynch. So I think it's really worth the shot. I'd like to if you'd taken it down and maybe passed it over to someone else. Not getting it in the box that well. So one of the things I'm thinking of changing after this match, in fact I will change it now in this match, is in possession I've gone for floated crosses. I'm just going to go for mixed now, because I've seen a lot of crosses go into the box and they just seem to miss everyone. And I'm wondering if that's because a lot of them are floated crosses and they're just, players aren't tall enough, maybe not good enough in the air. I know we're trying to aim for that target man, but actually thinking about it, Hughes isn't amazing. Yeah, is it going to show? Let me see that. Heading 13, but jumping reach 7, height 5'11". Much of a muchness. He's not a massive target. Likewise, Duff, 5'8". Can't really jump. So let's go for mix so they can use something that's a bit more sensible then. I think I put the tactics together with that instruction before I realised just how small our strikers were. Oh, what a shot. Completely unnecessary. I think I'm starting to hit banger. Try and get to the 70th minute just after and see if we can make any subs that are going to make a difference. I think the answer is no. Actually, well, let's get Duff off. Go on, Mulholland, get it in. Second ball. He's still just laying it off the target man. Hughes. Oh, what a header at the back post. It took a while for that to actually materialise. Was a good team goal. Wasn't exactly Route 1, but we'll take whatever goals we get. I think they're quite well organised defensively, so it did take a little bit of time to break them down and to get that goal. There you go. It's only taken us most of the match to get roughly back onto an even keel. Let's bring on No McManus. I have no idea whether this goes to replays or extra time, or even just straight to penalties. Some cups do, I guess. We'll try to get that ball back, even if it involves going through the back of them. Oh, McManus, do something. Here's your chance. It's almost a very bad turnover. Lynch and Mulholland doing very badly at that kind of overlap-underlap situation. Oh, Hughes, oh no, McManus. I thought it was Hughes. It's only Hughes in that position. Got a few of our fans here over at Bangor. Come on. Get a goal in this last minute. Kind of want Jamil to score. Make up for the own goal. Oh, what a shot. That is pretty unfortunate if you're Bangor. Like, I think we deserve to win. I don't think we deserve that goal. If you see what I mean. Look at that. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but you're not going to see that in the Northern Irish Steel and Sons Cup. That's not going to happen. There we go. I think this is our match now. Hughes taken away from him quite nicely. There we go. I was really panicking just for a second there. I thought they were going to hit us on the counter. 2-1, so it's our turn to beat them right at the end of the match. It's fair, the own goal gave them an opportunity they shouldn't have had. But we're into a final. Let's see if we can find out who we're against. Yeah, into the semi-final. Warwick injured. What's he got wrong with him? Sprained knee ligament. 7 to 8 weeks. That is a really bad injury. And if the final's worth that, let's get Ronnie Hot Dogs and his Tash off to the press conference. Delighted with that. Yeah. Into a first ever Steels and Sons Cup final. So I should point out, the original Belfast Celtic got to many of these finals, or their second team did anyway, because they're in the top flight. But because we're the rehash of Belfast Celtic, because we're sports and leisure in disguise, this is our first. Brilliant feeling. Delighted. Joy to behold. 26-metre screamer. Yeah, fabulous strike. Terrific. Francis Rice. Don't know who he is. Let's just go on one. Let's see if we get the other match highlighted. Really bad. Steel and Sons. I've been drawn yet. Oh, they've not played, so we're going to get Ballyclare or Carrick. Carrick are in the Championship. They're in the division above us, and they are top of the Championship, so I imagine it's going to be against them. If I had to pick one team that's going to be against, I would much rather play Ballyclare because we've beaten them before. But in a final, I don't see why we couldn't beat Carrick. That should be interesting. In terms of what we're going to come back and do next is, after the Distillery match, we'll be at the 11 match point. So I'll play all the way up to there and come back for the Banbridge and Tobermoor matches where we'll discuss any changes that we've made. That takes us all the way up to almost the end of December, and then we'll have our final on the 25th. So the tradition is the Steels and Sons Cup is played on Christmas Day, unless Christmas Day falls on a Sunday, where in Northern Ireland it used to be the tradition that no football matches would be played, obviously for religious reasons, but Christmas Day, that's perfectly fine to play on. No religious issues there at all. But hopefully we'll have some success in the meantime. We'll come back and we'll reassess the squad, look at using the squad views, using the expected goals, seeing how the tactics playing out. I'm going to go back and change the kind of crosses just so I don't forget anything, and see if we can improve on this A- that we've been given. Thanks very much for watching.